Dhabi to take part in what shall have termed a day of performance. This involved bringing together groups of people from the UK, the Netherlands, Germany and the Philippines, with whom Shell had been working with over the last year, as a final event in their programme of Network of Champions. Each country had also run a fan ambassador competition, and I was lucky enough to represent the UK. So the first day was spent waiting for everyone to arrive. Luckily it was bright, sunny, and we had a brilliant view of the track. Sunday was action day. We made our way to the Yas Marina circuit to take part in 4 planned activities. So one of the exercises was learning how to make Shell V-Power through the power of cocktails, or at least mocktails. Mixing fruit juices and fruit, we had a great experiment with the cocktail shakers.
Possible because they're very hot, fuel can break down and form deposits. Shell V-Power Unleaded is designed, first of all, to stop that happening, and secondly, to clean away deposits that other fuels have left behind.
Another activity was to have the privilege to be in a 3-seater dragster driven by world champion Rod Fuller. Naught to 215 kilometres an hour in just over 4.5 seconds. That was an experience. Between times we also had to go karting. Took no pictures because I was too busy being last in the race. And one of the highlights of the day for me was being taken around the full Formula 1 circuit as a passenger in a hot lap. Twice around that circuit, and me just managing to work out as we went under the hotel what my room was. The last part of the day we headed over to Ferrari World. As well as having to go on the simulators there, in a race that I probably came last in again, we also went onto the Formula Rossa roller coaster. 4.8G, 240 kilometres an hour. They pack a lot of fun into those 90 seconds of the ride. But the Shell V-Power Network of Champions was not just a one-day thing. It's a year-long programme with a group of people from the 4 countries. They'd been to the Shell factory at Thornton, they'd gone to Ferrari at Maranello, and they'd been able to visit a GP and take part in some activities. So I asked them what was the best part of their year-long journey, and which bits did they enjoy the most.
To be able to go into the Ferrari factory, to be able to race around it with the Italias in the Fiorano, that was surreal. That doesn't happen every day. That's something that's what I will always remember. However, today it got fairly close because of all the activities that was jam-packed in a place that I've never been to before. So that's it. I still would say Maranello by a little bit, but I thought Maranello was going to win by a landslide. But today was, if not equal, just a slight little bit below Maranello, but not much.
Driving a Ferrari 458 around Fiorano was one of those things you want to tick off your list, or just driving a Ferrari, you want to tick off the list of things to do before you die. So in that sense, of course, there's a plane overhead. So that was one, but I enjoyed even more meeting all the people. And it was like a continuous process of meeting the people at Edelman and Shell, and they were all very gracious and very courageous in that they actually did this, but also in the way they did this. They really tried to interact and were open for feedback, and that sounds really corny, but it's even I really got to know them as people.
The most enjoyable experience is actually that I sometimes like to think I know almost everything, and there is still people that can tell me things I didn't realize, didn't know, about fuel, about the way fuel works, about the way Shell and Ferrari have a technical partnership, which is in a sense a partnership, and being at Ferrari, seeing engine blocks being machined and seeing cylinder heads being machined, thinking, wow, they all make it here, you know, and that is.
My best experience of this year was going to Spa-Francorchamps for my very first Grand Prix.